Hi guys, so welcome back to the channel. So today I'm just going to talk to you about my previous video that I did about my natural transformation of 3 years. So yeah, and before we get started, I just want to say thank you for supporting and just watching my videos and just liking and commenting and hope you guys getting value and benefits from them. So as you guys can see, I've got a little mic here so you guys can obviously hear me properly and I don't have to shout. So yeah, I feel like I've been doing these just talking to you guys videos in a long time. So yeah, it's gonna be a good video. So just make sure you watch all the way to the end. I'm literally gonna talk to you about my transformation and then I'll explain what you can expect from your training and your transformation naturally. So there are obviously a lot of misinformation, lies out there about how much you can gain in a year, over 5-6 years, but I'm just going to explain to you what actually happens, and if you're just natural, just training and eating naturally, then what you can expect and what you should generally gain in a number of years of training. So firstly, let's talk about myself. So I did a video, I think it was the one before the last one, when I just showed you guys. I didn't really speak on it. It was just clips of me of a 3-year period. So the first video was from 3 years ago, and obviously the recent one was a physique update. So just to before we start, I just want to say I'm fully natural, and I've been training for around 5-6 years now, and I haven't taken anything like, obviously you can't really count there. So basically anything that you can't really buy on the store is like you can kind of say that if you take them, it will be like enhancing your performance. But yeah, just to be briefly and just simple, I haven't taken anything to help me with my journey over the years. Literally nothing. No like performance enhancing drugs, no steroids, no nothing. Everything I've taken have been legal, that you yourself can buy from the shop, like whey protein, creatine, all that, and literally they're all legal. They don't really enhance your performance, otherwise you'll be banned or illegal. So my 3 years, like 3 years ago, I was around 72 to 75 kilograms, like depending where when I weighed myself and whatnot. And obviously now I am around 82, and sometimes when I'm really full, water in me, I'll be around 85 maybe, if I'm lucky. So let's go through. Obviously I've showed you guys how I looked 3 years ago and how I look now. And if you haven't seen my video, just watch that one. It's really fun, I would say, because it's just the clips of training. It's just training videos of me over the 3 years, and it's just really good to see how I've improved and how different lifts been really hard at the start of the third year, and now it's really easy and whatnot. And then yeah, I'll show you guys my physique update on that video as well. So if you want to see how I looked 3 years ago and how I look now, just have a look, have a watch that video. I'm just going to talk to you about my strength. My bench 3 years ago was 105 kilo, I think. So all these are from memories, and I'm not exactly sure if it was 105 kilo 3 years ago, my PB, but now it's 125. I've been stuck on that for over a year now. My squat was, I remember my PB was, my squat was 140 kilos, so 3 plates, and now it's 165. And I haven't really tried increasing that like any time recently. I've just been training so recently I haven't been trying to get these numbers up. I've just been training to build muscle, so more volume, less weight and whatnot. My in deadlift, my PB was 200 kilo before, and then obviously now it's 220, which I've been stuck on over a year as well. But I haven't really been trying to get these numbers up. Maybe I think the only thing I've been trying to get up was bench. So because I think I've been stuck on this for the longest, and I'm so close to hitting 130. And I've got videos of I posted videos where I'm really close to hitting 130, and there's been days where I felt really strong, but I didn't try it. And then after the session, I thought to myself, I should have tried today to hit 130, and I probably would have done it. But yeah, so these are my numbers, and you can see the pattern here is I've literally gained around 25 from 20 to 25 kilograms on all my lifts in 3 years, guys. 3 years. Okay, that's a long time. And you guys know, so the people who know me, I train every day. Okay, I train hard. I eat big. I don't eat clean generally, but I eat enough for me to be hitting big numbers all the time. So I train every day. So I've been consistent for 3 years. I've been going to gym all the time. Even during lockdown, I literally rented out equipment so I can train. So I'm really focused on training. It is part of my life, my passion and whatnot. And I've only gained around 20-25 kilo. The reason I say only is because obviously to some people, obviously 20 kilograms increase in their lifts would be quite a lot. But I mean, it is a lot if you think about it naturally. I've done my research and whatnot. That's a good number in 3 years, and especially for someone who hasn't. So basically, I'm not a powerlifter, so my goal is not to, hit this number or hit this and that. It's just what I like doing. I like lifting heavy, and I like, generally increasing my PB sometimes. But for me, the main goal has always been to, just to build muscle and just look good. So for someone like this, 20 to 25 kilogram increase is quite a lot, and I feel like naturally it's you can't unless you go really extreme genetics, like you have really good genes and whatnot, then you can probably get more than that. Or if you're someone who does competing in powerlifting and your goal is to get strong, and you follow a plan, like you have to remember, I don't follow any powerlifting plan, so I don't have any training blocks where I'm trying to get to a certain number in squats and whatnot. So literally, like when I'm training chest, I'll do bench, and legs I'll do squats and whatnot, and then literally that's how I've increased over the years. I've never spent a period of time in the gym like for 6-7 weeks where I was just focused on powerlifting. I've never done that. I'll do it in between sessions where I've been like, okay, I'm going to go gym today, I'm going to try and hit this and that, or like in next week I'm going to try and hit this, and that's it. But I've never actually trained for my 1 rep maxes. It just happened over the years. So just for that, I feel like this is not a terrible number, but like obviously from a bench I would like to get to 140, squat I would like to get to 180, and deadlift obviously I've hit 220, which was a really long-term goal for me. But 260 is still a long way. Even if I do take PDs and whatnot, it will still be hard to get in quick time. So the question comes, obviously this video is about my natural transformation. So the question is, am I gonna move to an unnatural training and the answer for that is I'm not sure. Okay, so my goal is to go into bodybuilding and compete in high level and whatnot, and obviously to do that you need to look a certain way, and I need to be in a certain size, and for me to achieve that naturally it's going to be really hard work, and I'm not sure. I can't say yes or no, but I'm going to talk to you guys about more of these in more videos coming up, and I'll talk to you more in details about the natural transformation you can achieve if you just train naturally in your life, what you can achieve, and then in the end I'll probably explain what I will do personally. So let's talk about natural transformation. So there are a lot of lies out there, like bullshits, information, but people, influencers lying that you can achieve this if you train this way and blah blah blah. There's so many lies out there, so I'm gonna explain to you. Firstly, there are a different kind of people out there. Okay, there are people with really good genetics, which means you know what genetic means. I don't have to explain to you, but there are people with really good genetics out there who can gain more naturally to the person who's got bad genetics or not as good genetics. Okay, they both can train naturally, but one with really good genetics. Okay, and then even like within that, okay, there are people with supreme genetics, like 1 in a million. Okay, and then there are people with good genetics, and then there are people with bad genetics. So all these three kind of people, three different category of people can train naturally, train the same way, eat the same thing, but they'll all look different. The person with supreme genetics, people might think, oh, he's on drugs, he's on steroids, he's on this and that, but he's not. He's just got really good genetics. But these people are like 1 in a million, something like that. They will find that natural, it looks like they're on steroids. Okay, so then obviously the people with really bad genetics, they can train the same way, eat the same thing, and do everything correct, but they will never look as good as the people with good genetics. Okay, so then I'm just going to talk to you about what you can expect to gain over the year. So when you first start training, I'm talking about the usual type of people that start training when they're young. So in year one, you can expect to gain around 8 to 12 pounds of muscle. That's a lot of muscle, okay. And the reason for that is because of newbie gains. So when you first start training, when you're young, you go to the gym, you lift weights, you're gonna grow muscle really, really quickly, okay. Like in a year, you'll gain. So someone with really good genetics will gain 8 pounds of muscle, and someone with supreme genetics will gain 12 pounds of muscle. And then when it comes to female, it's always half. Okay, it's always half. So female can expect to gain 4 to 6 pounds of muscle, and obviously, but then again, the bad news for the male with really bad genetics is they will gain the same amount as the female. So 4 to 6 pounds of muscle. Then and the reason, like, you might think, oh, why does the women get less muscle? It's because it's just normal. It's nothing against them. It's just how they're just made, isn't it? So they have less testosterone. They're smaller in just size. So they grow in and they gain less muscle. It's just how it is. And then obviously year two, the person with good genetics will get 6 to 8 pounds of muscle, and then obviously women will get 3 to 4, as well as the men with the really bad genetics will get 3 to 4 pounds of muscle in year 2. And these changes, these gains of muscle, it's not going to happen in a week, guys. Okay. There are so many people out there who thinks, I've trained for a week, I've gone bigger, I've done this. This is not going to happen in a week. Okay. The maximum, as far as I know, is 6 weeks. Okay. It takes 6 weeks for your body to change in any type of way, unless it comes to you're losing your body fat, which can happen in a week, obviously. But when it comes to putting on muscle, it's not going to happen in a week, guys. So don't go to the gym, train your ass off, and expect results in a week. Okay, it won't happen in a week. I'm talking about, this is a whole year worth of hard work, and you'll get in year 2 6 to 8 pounds of muscle if you're natural men with really high genetics. Okay, and if you haven't got really high genetics, you'll get 3 to 4 pounds of muscle. And all of these numbers are subject to you training hard, eating well, sleeping well, and all that. Okay, if you don't do all of these things, okay, and you're not consistent, then you can't expect to get these numbers. So if you train really well half of the year, then the next half of the year you don't do it well that much, then you're not going to gain 8 to 12 pounds muscle in your first year of training. Then again, year 3, 4 to 6 pound muscle if you're really good genetics, 2 to 3 for women, and then men with really bad genetics. Year 4, 3 to 5, then 2 for women. Year 5, 2 to 4, and then for women it's 1 pound, and the really bad genetics, men will be 1 pound as well. As you can see, the pattern here is it goes down over the years, okay? Now, as you get older, your gains will slow down and whatnot. So anyone that gets better by the age, okay, they're either that 1 in a million with supreme genetics that can grow their muscle to the age of, I don't know, 35 to 40 maybe, or they're on some sort of drugs, okay, and they are putting out misinformation, what's the word for it, false expectation to you guys that you think, oh, I can look like that guy or that girl in 12 weeks or even 4 weeks. Sometimes I've seen some transformation, okay? These are the real numbers, okay, that you should expect if you're naturally. If you train naturally and if you eat just normally, you train hard in the gym and you eat good, and you follow the rules and everything, then these numbers that you should expect to see. Now, okay, depending what age you start training at, obviously you have to remember about testosterone, okay? So your testosterone, like in men especially, it will gradually start to slow down. I would say from around age of 30, okay? From the age, can't even speak. So from the age of 30, your testosterone production level will start to slow down, okay? But obviously, this varies in different people. As I mentioned before, someone with supreme genetics will obviously have high level of testosterone till longer than that. But in general, male, after the age of 30, will gradually start to slow down, which means your gains will gradually start to slow down. And depending what age you start training at, then you're going to have less time to get all your gains as fast as possible. But then again, you can't expect fast results. Then blah blah blah, whatnot. Okay, so I'm just talking. So this model is generally it probably fits perfectly with someone who starts really young, and then they train for years and years, and obviously after a while the gains will stop. Okay, guys, you can't pull muscle forever. Okay, it's not possible. Okay, and naturally as well, even with stuff, okay, it'll be hard for you to pull muscle forever. Okay, so yeah, so that's what it is. And then it's just, you have to understand it. There's so many things out there on the internet that are lies. It's just telling you lies, okay? Especially influencers. That you can't look at someone and think, oh, I want to look like that. Like 7 out of 10 times, literally right now, in 2020, 7 out of 10 people on the internet, influencers mainly, and bodybuilders and whatnot, models and now that they're on something to look like how they look. Okay, I can literally bet my life on it. Okay, once you do your research and whatnot, and then you will see like what you can achieve, how far you can go past your genetic limits with stuff. Okay, and I'll do a video about all of this, probably the next video or like soon, like explaining to you guys drugs in bodybuilding, drugs in modeling, drugs everywhere. Okay, like if you don't know already, there are drugs for everything. Okay, there are PEDs, some steroids, and all. They're literally for everything. To get shredded, there are drugs. To get massive, there are drugs. To get faster, to be more alert, there are drugs for everything. And then it's been used in every, like, not every, probably most sport, okay, most competitive sport, okay, or somewhere where you get paid to look good and whatnot, there are some sort of drugs being abused, okay, and I'll talk more about that topic soon. And then so this video was just basically me explaining how far you can go naturally. And one more point, guys, so the only reason you should take anything, or you should think about taking anything, is because if that's your job, okay. So never ever think about taking anything just to look good, okay, because it's not worth it. I'll make a video about all this after, and then try and explain what I mean. But yeah, so naturally you can expect to gain a lot, okay. So everyone has their own genetic limit, okay. So every single person on this earth has their own genetic limit, okay, and it's always different person to person, okay. So for me, my I don't know, my genetic limit could be like, the maximum muscle I can put is this, okay. I can't go past that. No matter how hard I try, I could obviously lose some of that muscle and obviously put it back on again, but I can't go past that number. And the only way people pass their genetic limit is by taking PEDs, SARMs, and whatnot. There's so many drugs out there. But yeah, and you should always train at least, and it takes around at least 7 to maximum 10 years of good training. So I'm gonna say 7 to 10 years of hardcore training, eating well and all that, to reach your genetic limit, okay. And depending when you start, okay, the later you start, the less time you have for you to achieve that, because of obviously the gradual decrease of your testosterone. But yeah, I just wanted to make this video just to show you guys what you can achieve naturally, just in general. Like, so I don't want you guys to have a false expectations of, I can look like this, because it's like 9 out of 10 times that guy is on, or that gal or woman is on some sort of drugs to look like that. So I hope you guys enjoy the video. If you have any questions, just feel free to DM me, and I will answer them as fast as I can. I'm trying to. I think for the last month it's been quite hard to upload as frequently as I was doing before, because I've started working and it's kind of hard to obviously film and then like edit and whatnot. But I'm trying my best to put at least 2 to 3 videos a week, and I hope you're getting some value from it. And so yeah, hope you guys enjoyed it. I think there was one more thing I wanted to say before I finish it off. I think I covered everything I had to say. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure you like and subscribe if you got any value from it, and I'll see you guys on the next video.